Just imagine this for a second. You're sinking into warm, mineral-rich water. Steam is rising all around you, meeting the crisp mountain air. There's this incredible, profound silence. It's so quiet you can actually hear your own heartbeat. This, right here, isn't just a hot bath. It's a journey. It's an escape into the very soul of Japanese culture. You know, for almost 1,300 years, phrases like this have tried to capture the magic of onsen. This isn't some modern wellness fad. Oh no, this is an ancient tradition woven so deeply into the fabric of Japan that it's seen as a literal gift from the earth itself. So here's our plan. We're going to dive deep into this incredible world. We'll figure out what makes an onsen the real deal, explore its cultural roots, see the mind-blowing variety, learn how to do it right, and really understand why this is a treasure you have to experience. So, first things first, what's the big difference between a true Japanese onsen and, just a really hot bath? Well, the secret is in the ground. What's pretty amazing is that an onsen has a strict, legal definition in Japan. It can't just be artificially heated water. By law, it has to be geothermally heated right from the source, and it has to contain at least one of 19 specific minerals, things like sulfur for your skin or iron to warm you to the core. That natural, mineral-packed water is the source of all its power. But this is about way more than just geology. This natural wonder is a true cornerstone of Japanese culture. So why is it so important? Well, for starters, they are everywhere. With over 3,000 distinct onsen areas, the country is literally overflowing with hot springs. This isn't some rare niche activity. It's basically a national pastime, all thanks to Japan's fiery volcanic geography. And yeah, you can find them all over, but some regions are just especially blessed. The northern island of Hokkaido and the snowy mountains of Nagano are absolute hotspots, each with hundreds of unique onsen to discover. The real difference, though, is the mindset. In Japan, bathing has deep roots in Shinto purification rituals. It's a soaking culture that's as much about cleansing your soul as it is about cleaning your body. This is a whole different world from Western spa culture, which is more about individual pampering and, of course, almost always involves a swimsuit. And that brings us to this really profound idea called naked communion. The thinking is, when you strip away your clothes, you also strip away your social status, your job title, all of it. In a society that can be pretty formal, the onsen is this incredible equalizer. Everybody's the same, which allows for a kind of connection that's just more human. Of course, let's be real. This can be a huge hurdle for visitors. The data shows that the #1 reason for hesitation is being naked with strangers. That's followed by just a general dislike of public baths, and also concerns about tattoos, which in Japan have a complicated history. But, and this is a big but, if you can embrace the culture, an entire world of unbelievable experiences just opens right up. The sheer variety is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, just look at this. This is the famous Kusatsu Onsen. That incredible wooden structure is called a yubatake, or hot water field. And it's not just for looks. The water that comes out of the ground here is boiling hot, so it flows through these giant troughs to cool down naturally before it gets piped to all the ends. It's an amazing piece of natural engineering. And the settings are just as diverse. One day, you could be soaking in a rustic pool carved right into a riverbank, totally surrounded by nature. The next, you could be relaxing in a serene, perfectly crafted indoor bath made from beautiful, fragrant cypress wood. And the buildings themselves are often the main attraction. So many of these onsen inns or ryokan are architectural masterpieces. You'll find everything from the elegant simplicity of tea house design to the grand rustic farmhouse style with huge exposed beams. Some are even protected as national cultural properties. And because of Japan's volcanic landscape, the locations can be just as stunning as the baths. Countless onsen are perched on cliffs or nestled right on the coast, letting you soak in that mineral-rich water while you're literally gazing out at the Pacific Ocean. It's unreal. Okay, so you're sold. You're ready to go. But what are the rules? Let's do a quick rundown of the basic etiquette, just to make sure your first experience is totally smooth and respectful. Honestly, it's all very simple and it's all based on respect. First, and this is the absolute golden rule, wash your body thoroughly at the little shower stations before you get in. The bath is for soaking, not for cleaning. Next, you do something called kakeyu. You use a small bucket to pour hot water over yourself to get used to the temperature. Then, ease into the bath slowly, no splashing. Your small wash towel should never go in the water. You can just fold it up and put it on your head or set it nearby. And finally, when you get out, just lightly towel off before you head back to the changing room so you don't drip everywhere. That's it. So what about those common worries? Well, for privacy, tons of inns offer what's called kashikiri, which are private baths you can reserve for your family or as a couple. The tattoo situation is also getting much better. Way more places are tattoo-friendly now, and you can usually find that info on their websites. And don't worry about the language barrier. Most places now have easy-to-understand visual guides. When you put it all together, you realize that an onsen isn't just a place. It's a living, breathing piece of cultural heritage. And that's not just my opinion. The Japanese government itself is so serious about this that it's officially proposed onsen culture to be added to the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. That would put it right up there with things like kabuki theater and traditional Japanese cuisine. And this heritage is so alive. All across Japan, you'll still find these amazing festivals that celebrate and give thanks for the gift of the hot springs. It's a direct connection to those ancient beliefs that these waters are truly sacred. So in the end, an onsen experience is so much more than one thing. It's a chance to connect with the raw power of nature, to touch centuries of history, and to immerse yourself in a culture that has absolutely perfected the art of finding peace. It's a beautiful tradition of healing and community, passed down for generations. So the only question left is, are you ready to take the plunge?